Hello everyone, my name is Acapella. Today I'm bringing you guys another VOD review. Today we're with Pineapple Bro. What else are you, by the way?
I think at the time of this, 2.4, 2.5-ish.
Awesome.
But since I've climbed, I'm like one game away from 2.8.
Cool. So we'll do like, uh, we'll- so what, like 2.7 you think I should put up here?
Uh,
Oops.
you're gonna be reviewing 2.5 stuff, so
Oh, okay. Yeah, we'll just do 2.5. It's off the screen, cool. Alright. So we'll get things going here. We're gonna be looking at some more Ana gameplay. So yeah. Right away, let's look at the comp here. Got pretty standard Ranzaria, Soldier Genji, Lucio Ana. Should only really be looking at Nano or Genji, unless he tells you otherwise. Just because that Nano Blade is so powerful. And Genji's so trash right now that the only time he's really useful is during his ult. So.
okay. You may see some trash nanos. You're probably gonna see some trash nanos if I remember correctly.
It's all good. I've seen it all. I've reviewed everyone from 4.4K players to bronze players. So don't be afraid. Everyone makes
I have like
mistakes.
a real issue where like I'll intend to nano like a Reinhardt who's low-ish, but then like a Genji's 3 feet to his left and closer to me, and it'll go to him.
So the issue with that, you can mess with that's a option somewhere. Let me see.
Yeah, I have like my nano sensitivity down to like 35%.
Yeah. So I have mine at 100, so like I haven't messed with it all that much. But another thing that can help you with that is the
The
yeah,
confirmation,
the confirmation thing.
but
I don't know where that's
I
at.
tried that too, but then I'd like just break habit and I'd just double Q really quickly without really confirming it.
Oh, okay. I see.
So I don't know.
Um, so with that, just like what'll help with that is a bit of foresight, right? Like if you see your runs
Hmm.
overextending, you're going, okay, I may have to nano him here. So just making sure that you continually have that line of sight with him, even if he's not
Okay.
low. You like be ready to nano him at all times, right? Because that's your plan, is to save him. Yeah, if he's taking
Yeah.
too much damage. So just making sure that you, even if he's not low, have that line of sight. Okay, just kind of spam some shots here. Okay. Nothing too bad so far. We have a good mix of unscoped and scoped shots. Accuracy looks good. Positioning's very good as well, keeping out of that OS.
I remember
Okay,
that from one of your videos.
for sure. Okay. So anti was a little weird there, but it looks like you just got it blocked by the corner there. Yeah, your run pushes in an area we can't heal him. That's not really on you. Just because he doesn't respect your LOS. But for right now, we're just pocketing our Zarya. When the fight's open like this, they're down their Reinhardt. You can totally look for an aggressive anti right now. Like you see Zarya use personal bubble, just go for like a nice little splash anti right here. So we'll see how we go here.
I've seen worse. You're going through it.
Yeah, so their Zarya dies anyway, so it doesn't matter. But you can potentially make it so they die. If their healers are hitting more shots, like you could potentially deny them from that. Hi, Spidey.
You're going to be okay.
So yeah. Viewer bots. Actually, I'm reviewing people that I scheduled through my Discord. So, positioning a little weird here. Look to play on this left side instead of this right side, just because it leaves you so open to that top right window. Even though they're not on any snipers, actually they know they are on a sniper. Especially when you need to aim down sights, like their Hanzo has a pretty easy shot onto you.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, you're not bothering me. Don't worry about it. Yeah, see, like their soldier hits some shots on you that he really didn't need to. Like, look at how much better protection this provides you from up there.
Oh, true, true, true.
This screen. Here, I will send it in chat actually. Oh wait. grab that. And we'll put this in the chat, actually. I really need to set up my fucking, like, commands and stuff. I've been really lazy with all that, with even sub buttons and stuff. I've been really lazy with all that.
You're powered up. Get in there.
Okay, so Genji already bladed, so this is a fine nano. Since you know, he's already through blade.
Oh, I'm also Jugles is my friend,
Okay.
and so we're usually in a Discord call, and comms and comp are so inconsistent. I'm not sure if Genji was in the voice call with like in the team chat with us.
Team chat. So
Yeah.
generally, rule of thumb, like, look to nano blade, but if your Genji blades and you don't give it to him, like, before the blade starts, don't give it to him.
Okay.
Because it's basically the way it works with Genji players, like, in their head is like they have two ways of approaching a blade. They have nano blade, which is, you know, going for slash dash, which is an insta kill, or just dry blading, which is, you know, playing to live, using deflect to stay alive. So they may not necessarily get, if they're going for a dry blade, they may only look to be getting 1 or 2 kills and just staying alive, right? And it's hard to, like, switch between those two modes very fast. So if you give a Genji nano when he's already like, I need to play to live here, he's not going to get as much value out of the nano as nanoing your soldier right here does, right? Because he's in that nano visor.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. So general rule of thumb, you don't have to nano after they've already bladed. Then Hanzo should have killed you there. Don't take that fight.
Don't take that fight.
Yeah, no real reason to. Like, obviously you're trying to tag him on the way out, but he's a sniper and he can, you know, take your head off. Obviously it didn't matter because you already won the fight, but that's just kind of preventing future things from happening.
I do have the really bad habit of, like, trying to 1v1 snipers.
Yeah, that's for sure the worst thing. Especially if you do it while you're scoped down. It's like even worse, right? Because Ana's hitbox, excuse me, Ana's hitbox is very weird when she's not scoped, but the second she scopes in, it's super easy to hit because she, like, doesn't move at all even when strafing while scoped on sites. So especially if you're doing someone, look to just spam unscoped shots at them. Like, if you are going to duel them, like, spam unscoped, but, you know, if it's better to just not take the duel and not die, you know, than to take that, because it's one of those things. It's like, as you get higher and higher SR, that's the kind of stuff that you're going to get punished for, and that's the kind of stuff that will cost you games, like entire games, just from doing. But, you know, at this elo, you're like, oh, this sniper isn't going to hit this shot, I can duel him, I can do whatever.
Yeah.
So, you know, just making sure that we're not doing that.
And, like, it's weird because I'm aware that, like, in the back of my head, I'll be like, if I peek here, I'm gonna die. But then I'll think to myself, you know, I can do it. I can take that schmuck. And then and then 4 out of 5 times it somehow works, and I live, and they run away. And then, like, one time I die, and I'm like, oh, I knew it. So it's weird. I know I'm gonna get punished for it more as I go up.
Yeah. So definitely just making sure you keep that in your head. That he's especially on a one-shot character. Like, you know, you may be able to take a duel with soldier, like a duel with, like, a Genji across the map, but, like, you know, especially a character like Hanzo or Widow that are so punishing, yeah, it's definitely not something you want to do. And, like, the general thumb, I mentioned this before, is just respecting people. Like, respect the enemy team until you don't have to, right? So, like,
Yeah.
you know, just play like the enemy Widow is a GM top 500 Smurf at all times, and then, you know, when you realize that they're not good, then you can maybe take more liberties, but still they can get lucky. They can, you know, they can just suddenly turn it on and suddenly just hit starting shots. So it's better to just always be respectful of, especially snipers. I see that happen the most with tanks too, like Roadhog and, like, Zarya. It's a nice little block by your Rhine. We're just trying to help our Mercy out. I'm pinned to the back line. Yeah, not really much you can do here. They used ults, and your team used all of their ults last fight. So we didn't really have anything to go off of except for Grav, but Zarya got killed before that happened. Oh my gosh.
Someone get that payload moving.
So yeah, we'll keep going here. See what happens as we go into second.
I see. You're going to live.
Okay, so we go for a shatter. Go for the Grav. Instantly look for the nade. Yeah, just keep in mind if there's a Rhine grab, you have to look for like a more creative grenade, because otherwise it's not going to hit. So here, for example, you can throw it to the left or the right. I don't know why my voice is dying like this. Ugh. So we grab.
Talk all at an interview and whatnot.
I don't talk too much during the day, so I come to stream and then here I am. He's got my voice, but so obviously you can't see the left side of the graph here, so it's impossible to hit a nade off. But you can potentially look to splash one right here, like right in this area. And that it may not hit the Zarya or the Lucio, but at least will hit the Reinhardt, and that's like the big person that you want to take out in the graph, right?
Yeah.
Because the thing with Zarya is like Grav won't get a lot of value if nothing's comboed with it. If there's like a Reinhardt in it with full shield, but if you're able to get that anti off, which allows your Rein to kill their Rein, that opens up the rest of the fight. All right.
Okay.
So go back to you again. So yeah, it just splashes off his shield and does nothing. And it looks like we're not even going to kill anyone. Actually, no, we do kill them. Okay. But they dragons. That's unfortunate. Yeah. We did not have our Lucio ult yet. Yeah, they're just sticking around too long. Your team went down 3, no reason to stay peeking that. Right?
True. That's true.
For sure. So, see what we got here. So we're pretty close to Nanoblade, but obviously you're going to be more inclined to heal your duo. Nice little teabag with Sleeping Mercy. I like it. Yeah,
You gotta.
Assert your dominance. But, okay. So we nano the Rhine to save him. That's a good nano.
This will only hurt for us.
New visor as well. Yeah, just keeping our Rhine alive. So one thing that is possible, I actually will talk about this nano, is when a Rhine's nanoed in your Rhine's face, you can usually make him live with nade and heal. Especially when you have a Zarya on your team. Alright, so Zarya just got res, so she has bubbles. Is this past it? Oh yeah, this is past it. Where am I going? It's like here. Okay. So we're looking to nano. So, yeah, so their run gets nanoed. And we have our Zarya. So the first thing she's going to look to do is bubble him. So if you're able to nade here, you can potentially save him without having to use nano. Well, it looks like she doesn't have bubble.
This will only hurt for us.
Okay. So yeah, that's something you gotta experiment a little bit with. You know, try it out during games. Like, if your Rhine dies, he dies, but just learn your limits of nade. Because especially like if your Mercy goes onto him and you're healing him and you have nade on him, he can potentially just survive through Rhine's damage or Nano's Rhine damage, and that leaves it so now you have Nano Blade combo. You know, without having to make your Genji dry blade. Obviously, he gets slept, so it's kind of unfortunate. It worked out that way, but keep going. Position here is a little close. Yeah, you didn't really need to give up your positioning like that. Like instead of dropping, like obviously you pushed up because your team was kind of out of your LOS back here. But instead what you can do is you can either rotate around this right side to play off of this, or if you do drop and play around this corner, or potentially even look to just move up these stairs, right? Because as it is, their Rhine and their Zarya are able to walk on you very easily. They can literally, if they wanted to, they could just ignore your Reinhardt and just go onto you, right? And guess what? If there's a Rhine in your face, you can't heal your Rhine, you know, and the fight just kind of goes all over the place.
Yeah.
Obviously, he doesn't do that. He doesn't punish you, but just way too close, right? Ana has range. That's why she's so powerful.
Yeah.
So yeah, we'll keep going here.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, careful about jumping when you especially against snipers. Put our Rhine out a little bit here. I'm just kind of resetting because we lost too early.
Go.
Yeah, you're kind of forced to play low ground here, aren't you? Okay. Okay, so Ryan gets nanos, or sorry, grabbed. The Ryan pins into you. Nice sleep. Okay, let's see how we get bait. And then with Lucio. This position is giving me anxiety, seeing you play in this.
Yeah. It gives me anxiety too a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah, this, like, you can literally just play here and get the exact same value. Like, obviously you saved the Ryan because he was pinned into that little corner, but like, let's say the same thing happens and you're here. Not only are you safe from the Hanzo who's peeking you, you're able to anti the Ryan. Like, if he does pin right there into here, you're able to just anti him in his back, right? And he can't shield it because he's focused on the front. So, yeah. So the position is a little weird here. That's kind of the main thing that I'm seeing so far, is the positioning. So, okay, so we kill the Ana.
Shots
Yeah.
find their mark.
Yeah, biggest thing so far is positioning. Mechanics, awareness, pretty good. Ult usage, maybe that's something I can maybe practice a little bit, just kind of test your limits. Obviously, like, it's comp, you don't want to test your limits as much, but like, that's how you learn, that's how you play. Yeah, positioning here once again really bad. They're soldier ults, and you're standing in the middle of the cart. Yeah, and you end up dying for it.
I do.
Yeah, playing this corner, playing or like around this car here, so that we still have LOS, or even inside here, is just infinitely better than what you did, right? So that comes along with, you know, understanding how, like, sorry, not understand, but like thinking how, like, am I safe here? Like, if they use this ult, am I safe? Right. It's the same thing as like a something that Jane said a while ago. Like, if a McCree or a Diva ulted right now,
Would it pop out? Like,
yeah, would I be safe?
would you be safe?
Yeah, for sure. That's an analogy I like to make all the time. It's the same thing for like any other ults, right? Like, if they soldier ulted, do I have that? You know, do I have that safety? If they grabbed, will I get caught in it? You know, if a Ryan walks at me, will I be able to get out? So just consistently, thinking about your positioning, be like, okay, am I safe? Will I be punished for taking this angle?
I'm not ready.
That kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Luckily, your team pops off, and they still cap. But it was definitely made a lot harder than it should have been. That fight.
By my choice of
Yeah.
standing around in the middle.
Yeah, because you went down so early too. So
Okay.
You're covered.
DPS are absolutely popping off. We love to see it sometimes. Alright, your Ryan is, yeah, doing whatever Ryans do, I guess. You could like make. So this is one of those things that like you have to learn as you get. Like, I can't really tell you how to play this kind of situation. Because I was talking with Paz about this when I did a duo coach stream with him. Like, you could save him by playing aggressively here, but you have to get really lucky, right? Because if you come down here to save him, suddenly you open up to the entire backline of their team.
Yeah.
But like, if you get here, if you hit an anti under your Ryan, if you save him, like, and they don't kill you, then that looks like suddenly makes you look like you're a really good player. But if you come here with him to try and save him, you suddenly become the feeder with him, right? By also dying. So
Yeah, which reminds me of another thing, like Jane said, which was like one person making one person being an idiot is a mistake, but like two people doing it is a strategy.
yeah, 100%.
So,
But in cases like this, maybe, but because like think about it, it's like, okay, it opens me up to the backline of the team. I don't know when the DPS are coming back. I don't know where anyone on their team is. This is just like, even if all 6 of you are here, this is just kind of a bit of a feed because of how overly aggressive we are, since how far back you are.
yeah, and I'm the only one on the cart right now.
Exactly. So sometimes in cases like this, it's better to just let your Ryan die and reset. You still have a minute and a half. It's fine. Okay, he fed. He knows he made the mistake.
Watching your back.
It looks like we're actually fighting this. Mercy's going for the res, I guess. Oh, she gets it off. Nice. Okay. So yeah, we're just kind of pushing cart right now. Your team's kind of fighting without you, which is fine. They're in the Valk, you know, which is that's okay. You know you don't have to worry about healing as much when your Mercy's in Valk. Soldier's up top. Your team's pushing. So sorry, 2 of your team is already down, and your team's already on cart. So at this point, you can kind of give it up to play in better positioning, right?
Yeah.
You know, obviously, like Ana pushes cart for most of the time, but like there comes a point where, you know, with the cart moving around, where like you want to just leave it up to your team so that way you can play in a safer spot, right? Because playing here just behind cart gives you no cover. The soldier just laying into you, and I assume he's probably gonna kill you here since you got slept. And then obviously, like the rest of their team can see you pretty openly. But you know, playing back here in this corner, this is a much harder a much harder sleep for Ana to hit. The soldier can't hit you at all. You have time to react to any projectiles coming at you.
Okay.
So overall, just a better position. Oh, the Rhine just pins you. It's kind of unfortunate. But yeah. So just kind of figuring out, okay, can I give up cart now that my team's here? Well, my team is also dead, so.
Okay.
You can look to back off as well.
You're not getting rid
We
of
will
that.
speed up ahead again. So where we go to.
Gotta get my steps in for the day.
Scratch, you'll be fine.
Alright.
30 seconds.
So we're pushing again. No ults on our team except for Grav coming up. And we do have soldier ults coming up as well. Pushing out the soldier. So, see, that's a fine duel to take, right? Because he can insta-kill you easily, right? He has to hit a Helix rocket, which are pretty easy to dodge. So that's fine. That's fine to pressure him out. Unfortunately, your Rhine pushed up with low shield and just dies. Here, let me see what happens with Nade. Actually, we'll go back a little. So yeah, pressuring soldier out like that is good. I also do that like if their enemy Ana is taking a aggressive position like that. You know, because Ana can 3-tap people. They can't just stand there.
Yeah.
Okay. So we go for the nade. Oh, so it just barely misses our Rhine. That's how he dies here. Yeah, because you hit every single shot on him, but you like barely miss nade. So I'm not gonna harp on that too much. He's just a little unlucky with the positioning and spacing. We got 10 seconds left. Just trying to stay alive. There we go for the touch. Yeah, so we nano the soldier. Yeah, their Hans is just kind of cleaning up, and there's not really much we can do. So yeah, overall, not too bad. Your team's doing a bit of feeding, which is kind of unfortunate, but there's also been a couple preventable deaths here and there because of our positioning. So, you know, just making sure that we have that in our head. We get to do some Zen. I haven't done Zen in a while.
Yo, he's my favorite. I love him so much, but people give me so much shit when I play him.
Yeah, I'm gonna be real. He's probably the worst pick for Plat and below. Like even Diamond a little. People just see Zen and they go, "We have no heals," and then just cry and moan about it. Even though your team is pumping out like 10 times as much damage, they're just like, "We have no heals," because your tanks don't know how to play around corners.
And then I just tell them to take less damage, and they're like, "Oh my god, shut up, you healer."
That's why I like calling them supports, not healers. There's a difference.
Dude, me too. I'm like a Reddit argument right now because someone's like, oh, "Dude, I'm a healer main." It's like, okay, enjoy being in silver, I guess. Like, play Moira a lot. Okay, have fun. I hate it when like a Mercy only heals me when I'm playing like a Pharah or an Ashe or something, and it's just, what the fuck is that doing? I'm not taking damage right now.
That's unfortunate. Hi, Rampage. Okay. Here, wait. Let me check real quick. Rampage just said he wasn't getting notifications. I don't know why it's not working for you, dude. I don't know what to tell you. Let me check. Okay, I'll figure it out after this review. We'll figure out multiple things after this review. But yeah, Zen plays pretty similarly to Ana, positioning wise at least, but you can, you know, you have that freedom to take off angles more. and go for headshots.
Oh, don't watch this. This is a little embarrassing right at the opening.
A little unlucky right there. So yeah. So right now, so we know where they have a Widow because she shot at us. So I already want you moving out of the spot. This spot here grinds my gears when I see Ana players play here and when I see supports in general play here. This spot is so unbelievably bad, but I just consistently see people play here on this map.
Now I believe you because you're better than me, but
oh my god, it just gets me going, right? Because let's see, you're standing here, right? You're healing your team, which is fine, and you have infinite cover, like they can't see you, right? You step out 2 steps to the right, headshot, you're looking at 6 people. 2 steps to the left, headshot, you're looking at 6 people. Oh, how do you want to get away from this spot? Oh, you want to step out in the open and go down the stairs with no cover, right? Oh, there's a high ground right here that people can literally jump onto you from. It's just not good.
Okay. Where should I be?
So generally here, if your team's holding up here, which I absolutely hate holding up here as a team, but some teams like to do it, you're going to look to play here.
Over here.
Yeah, either here or back at this. Back at this corner, right here.
Okay. No, I can't see the Widow here at all.
For sure, yeah. Obviously, if she grapples to the other high ground there, I'm like pointing in real life. Why am I pointing? I don't know. Anyway, if she grapples to this high ground here, she can see you. So when that happens, that's when you kind of want to either back up around the corner or drop down. Now, generally, this is like the corner team should be holding at. Either this corner here or this corner here are the two spots where you want to be playing at. I just absolutely hate seeing teams up here like this. Like it's not Orisa Sigma meta anymore. You don't have to play here. You don't have a bastion.
Yeah.
There's like your Ryan gets 0 value from sitting here. The only person that gets any value is Soldier, right? But he can get one shot. So there's absolutely no reason. Like if you just see people in comp setting up there, just tell them no. Just go play low ground. You'll get more value, right? Acapella said so. You can tell them that. Anyway, so yeah, generally we're looking to play low ground whenever possible, but if you are playing up high ground here, playing here on this little corner thing, or right here behind this cover, right here gives you the most cover, but it forces you to get back to your team. It forces you to go out into the open a lot, which is why it's a little bit more risky. Even if you go all the way around, you still sometime have to cross this giant gap, right? So unless your team's shielding you, it's very, very dangerous, which is why I don't play it as much. I literally will just tell my team to just play on the ground. So, all right, mini rant over. We'll keep going. So like the barrier's already broken, and now your team's just stuck here with no cover. This is a nice little off angle though. I do like playing down here is okay, but don't take it for too long. One of the rules of thumb as Widowmaker is never take the same angle twice. Same thing with Zenyatta, especially because of how squishy he is and how easily he is to kill. Like, you take this angle a couple times, you get some damage off, but now their soldier knows you're here. Don't peek it again, because you'll die. But you're gonna peek it again and almost. Oh. Okay, well, now he knows he's here, and if he's a good soldier, he'll communicate it to his Widow, because she's the one who can potentially get an angle onto you.
Yeah.
But obviously, this elo that may not be happening. Yeah, they have a monkey, and you're going.
Then I die, and then I can tell you right now. Pause. I can tell you, I walk away from the team instead of walking towards my team, and then I die for it.
Yeah, I saw that monkey. Boom. I saw that monkey jump, and he just wait. You are going to Brazil, my brother. You're not living this one.
Right as he jumped and landed, I was walking away. I could tell. I was telling my team, I was like, "Okay, guys, I'm dead. Sorry, I should have turned around."
So the issue is even if you do walk back to your team, you're dead.
Boom, Widow.
Well, yeah. So you're dead regardless, just because you stayed here. Yeah, you got a little greedy. You stayed for too many right clicks. When what did I just? Okay, there we go. When actuality, peek this once, get a right click or two off, and then just book it. Just like, I'm out, and then head over here where you can actually be safe from a monkey jumping and solo killing you for free. So, yeah, don't be afraid to be out of the fight for a while, just to to relocate to a better spot.
Okay.
So yeah, you die here.
It happens.
The monkey took you to Brazil. Unfortunate.
I should have been shooting him to charge ult.
Yeah, at the very like if you know you're gonna die, at least duel him. Because like if you're good at Zen, you can hit headshots on him midair and kill him. But that's not something that's super consistently able to happen.
Mm-hmm.
Even for people who are really good at Zen. So. Okay. Okay, so rule of thumb is Zen.
Don't take the window.
Well, no, you can take this window, but my issue is you're charging right click in the open. So what needs to be happening, you sit right here, charge up right click full, and then peek. Right?
Okay.
But you're sitting here charging right click, and just saying, Widow, shoot me in the head. Soldier, right click me and 2-tap me. Like, and then you give up the high ground, so it's fine. It is a little bit easier to dive you here, which is the issue. Your Ana dies because you charge your right click. That's a little unlucky. Yeah, they just kind of walk at you because your team died. Your team kind of fell over. Welcome, Ramiel. So yeah, biggest thing is positioning. This is looking like your #1 killer. Is your positioning. Like, you said you had a couple questionable nanos, but honestly, like, those aren't what lost you this game. It's you dying,
on cooldown.
Yeah, very, it's not even on cooldown, just very preventable deaths. You die because your positioning is just very, not optimal, I guess is the word.
Okay.
Yeah. So we're just spamming the monkey. Yeah, once again, you're just standing out in the open. Like, if he dives you, what are you going to do? Oh, hope your Ana can hit you while you're
Give
getting
him
juggled.
200 ult charge?
Yeah, exactly. Like, even in ult, right? What are you going to do? Just cry and hope your Ana hits you while you're getting juggled by a monkey. Like, please, Ana, save me. Forgive me for my sins. Okay, so we trance. I mean, they don't really have anything else, like, other than, like, Shatter or, like, Visor, but Visor's not even that good anymore because Soldier got nerfed damage. So, honestly, that's a fine trance. Yeah. Like, if they don't have any, like, team wipe ults, like, EMP, Reaper ult, or, Zarya Grav, then, just feel free to use trance to save yourself or save your team.
Oh, you're gonna see some boneheadedness coming up.
Okay. So we know the Soldier's high ground. Yeah, this is a little aggro here. Once again.
I had a mission.
So we duel the Soldier.
I knew my task was righteous.
Yeah, so... Yeah, once again, death by by positioning is I'm gonna coin that one. Death by positioning. That's gonna be a new thing. So once again, third death in one round because of positioning, right? And especially on Zen, like if you're playing like Brig or Lucio or Mercy, like that's not playing in these positions aren't necessarily as bad, but that's because they have ways to defend themselves. Where Zen is just like crying while he dies. Like it's about it. So it's an extra, like even more than Ana, because at least Ana can sleep the target that's diving her, right? Like he is so insanely punishable that you have to either, if your positioning's bad, then you need to have insane mechanics to climb. But if if your mechanics aren't crazy Jonak level, to be good at this character, you do have to have really, really disciplined positioning.
Okay.
So, yeah, like a good example of it is like when I play Zen, like I play him on Nepal, the inside Nepal map. I forget what it's called. Sanctum, right? And like when my team pushes the door, I literally don't even follow. I literally will sit back and do nothing. Instead of going aggressive, I will sit back and hold my positioning because of how easily punishable Zen is.
Okay. Yeah, I do that too, but then I feel useless. It's like, I don't know, we're losing out on a huge chunk of damage, and then my team feeds up there. and then I die shortly thereafter.
Yeah, and
'cause,
that's
you
kind of
know,
where shot calling thing comes in. If there are people in VC, talk to them, communicate to them. It's the biggest thing. Rhine versus Rhine duel. Always be trying to look to get that Discord out of the Rhine. And you're getting pushed once again. Their Widow kind of popped there. Positioning was decent. Maybe would have liked to see. Here, actually, I'll pause this.
Oh no, my positioning was like
Yeah,
a dropped apple in a grocery store. Are you kidding me?
yeah.
Like I was sitting in the middle of the road.
Yeah, a little open. See, like it's fine because like their Widow was on a flank, and that's why you died. Like playing down here is okay, but playing over here, it'll keep you away from that monkey. Number one, and number two, like. You can like swing around this little doorway thing, so that way you can sit here, charge right clicks, and if you are gonna peek that Widow, you have that right click charge, and you're able to fight her. So yeah, I think this is where your team kind of loses here. Let's see. I'm gonna come on Lucio or something. No. So we're coming back. Oh, it's gonna cut off, isn't it? Oh no, we're just not gonna touch. Okay. So, all in all, you didn't even get to play the character this game. You did not.
I didn't even get to.
They did not even allow you to play Zen. Well, sorry,
Okay.
you didn't allow yourself to play Zen
Oh, rip.
because of the
Okay.
positioning, right? At like 100%. Like here's like the biggest example of it. Just think about just think it through. Like you have 30 seconds, right? Like okay, where am I going to play from? Depending on what characters they have or what they could even have, right? Because remember, you can't see their characters for the first 15 seconds. So just play back, play safe, and then as the team fight develops, as you figure out like what you can do, then you can look to potentially take off angles from then on, and then at least just stay alive, right? Because I don't think I saw you duel one person. You just kind of died.
Yeah. Okay, so moving forward, like my next Zen game, I'm looking for better positioning. But how do I look for better positioning? Is just like.
So that's something you have to consciously think about. Like, think it through to yourself. Like, let's say, okay, so you come and stand up here, right? And you have like 30 seconds till the round starts. You're chilling here. Like, okay, if they have a Widow, will I be safe? If they have a Monkey, will I be safe? And then after that, think, okay, what's my course of action as a fight develops, right? Like if I'm playing here, and I see they have a Widow, right? So we do go down here because we see the Widow, which is good. Then there's Zarya dies, and we should always be pressing tab, by the way. Just consistently checking for swaps.
Yeah.
But thinking to yourself, okay, I've already peeked here twice. Their soldier already knows I'm here, so that's probably, he probably told his team that Ana and Zen are bottom left. Right, so just...
Okay.
Think to myself, okay, I can't stay. I don't need to stay here, right? Because you've already got you got all the value that you're going to get out of this spot, right? Because even if they don't dive you here, they know that you're there and they're never going to peek it, right? Unless he's going for a kill, like with invisor or something. Because Zens are dangerous, right? Peeking them as especially like soldier or Widow, like you have to respect them. Actually, I want to see this one more time. Yeah. But yeah, making sure we press tab and just kind of consistently thinking about where we're playing, so we don't get punished as hard.
Okay.
Another thing I will go over really quick is I'm gonna actually go into a custom game for this. I was talking to a different Zen player, actually one that I coach on a team. He was asking me about Zen because he hasn't he hadn't played him recently. We're talking about Hanamura. And specifically Hanamura, I was watching his VOD and like a lot of his right clicks looked a little weird to me, and I was kind of seeing the same thing from your Zen there. But the example I want to give specifically is the second point here. So basically what he did is he would be up here, like he'd be in good positioning, right here, his positioning is pretty solid, but like when he's going for right clicks and stuff, he would did what you do, which is kind of like move his crosshair around when he's going for right clicks, right? And you were doing that just now in the Junkertown. So like, charging right clicks, and you kind of like all over the place. You see on the wall there how inconsistent that is?
Yeah.
So like even like that, right? it's super inconsistent. Whereas if you just hold your cursor still, like don't even move your mouse, right? That's a straight shot, and if someone steps into that, they're dead.
Yeah.
Right. Whereas instead of that, like you'll maybe hit like one person with one of the 5 shots, right? If you move it at all, right? So generally, the way I play Zen is line up my crosshair wherever they're going, wherever they're going to walk from, charge it, and then whenever they're walking through, just without moving, right? That's how Jonak got like cross map shots. Is just very disciplined right clicks. As people are walking through areas, right? So right here, they're gonna walk up top left. Okay, they're walking down main, charging it behind a wall, and then peeking, right? Obviously, I mentioned that earlier. Charging it behind a wall so you're safe, and then peeking. So just making sure we're consistent with that, and then obviously, like as they get closer, you're gonna want to switch to left clicks, and that's when you can kind of be all over the place depending on where they're at. But specifically for like cross map right clicks. Just keeping your cursor as still as possible will give you a ton more value out of them.
So, like, when do you do the target acquisition? Like, if there's a mass... I mean... Like, say there's multiple targets. Like, there's one up on that left platform. There's one walking out that walkway on the right of it. And then there's, like, someone coming down main. Like, and you're behind the wall, and you pop out ready to fire. How do you know which one to fire at?
So that's just kind of a realization thing. So it's like, okay, so let's say Zarya's right there where I'm shooting, Ryan's down main, and there's like a soldier top left, right? Well, you're not killing Zarya or Reinhardt, right? So charging up here, and like kind of do a jiggle peek thing. You can, you don't need to fully charge it behind a wall where you can't see. You can kind of do this like jiggle peek, right? Where you're in and out, so you can see where they're at, and then when you're looking to fully charge and fully shoot it, then you can look for it. Right, so don't like make yourself blind, but like, okay, I see the soldier top left, charging where I'm safe, and then boom, right?
Got it.
And then obviously, like as you get better and better at that, you'll be faster at it. So like, you can pop out and be like, oh, he's top left there, and then turn your move your crosshair to him, and then just bang bang, right?
Okay.
So yeah, that's specifically with Zen. So I was seeing the same stuff with Ana though, with the positioning stuff. So just making sure that we're staying safe, we're staying, where we won't get punished and killed very easily. So I think that's pretty much it. Then I think that's all I got to cover. Like I said, mechanics and awareness are pretty good. That's what I like to see. Obviously, keep practicing though. Don't just be like, I'm good. Don't have to practice.
Yeah. Octopus said it was good, guys.
Yeah. So keep practicing, obviously, but when you're playing, just keep playing the game, and like the more you play, you'll understand better positioning as well. Like obviously, like I'm able to tell you what the best positions are because I've been playing this game for 4+ years.
Yeah.
But like learning them in game are the best way to do it. Like, okay, I got killed by playing here. I probably shouldn't play here again, right?
Yeah.
So,
okay.
Yeah, I think that's pretty much going to be it then.
Thank you.
Yeah, for sure. It was fun doing
super
the
helpful.
Today. Yeah, always fun to do some Zen VOD. I love me some Zen.
Yeah.
So
he's my favorite character. I love him.
Yeah, for sure. So,
all
right.
Well, peace out.
Yeah, thanks for coming around. Yeah, it was fun having you. So I will talk to you later.
Yeah, see ya. Bye.